Welcome to the show. This is episode number 35. This is your senior moment. It's young living or assisted living. You can make your home a healthy home, and it all starts with you. Boy, we got a good one for you today. Okay, episode number 35, patience. Patience is what we're going to talk about today. I invite you to click on our link tree in the bio. You can see what we're involved in and what we do. And you can also use the links to jump into areas that interest you. Free products, free samples, free downloads, more coming in the next few weeks. Okay, 740 is our to-date number of exercises, calisthenics that we've done. 120 so far this month, going on to 930 for the month, 27,290 for the year. Patience is what we're going to talk about. And I will be the first to admit I am not the most patient guy on the planet. You can talk to any one of my children and they will affirm that statement. Now, I know you've got a hard time believing it. I know. I'm always so calm, so cool, so collected. But for me, patience is a learned skill that does not come naturally and needs to be practiced. And I'll give you a little hint. I'm so lucky because I've got a wife that tests my patience each and every day so I can learn it well. Okay, so I know I'm going to pay for that later, but I had to get it in there. Okay, what's Webster say? Webster says it is the habit of being patient. Oh, that's brilliant. Tolerance, long-suffering, forbearance, bearing pains on trials calmly or without complaint. Now, I'm not talking about a patient in a hospital, although if you've ever been in a patient in a waiting room, you know you have to be patient to be a patient. Now, Webster goes on to say that patience is a noun, like a patience is a virtue. It's a describing, naming something, and all that. But have you ever been in a situation where you had to tell yourself to be patient? If you have, then you'll realize that patience is very much a verb. You have to do patience. So what does that mean? Well, patience is like a muscle that can be built and strengthened over time. It takes training and practice just like in any other skill. So don't confuse patience with demanding. You can be very patient and still be very demanding. It's all in how you do it. In fact, if you are demanding, you will accomplish more if you're patient. So how does this work in practice and on yourself and on others? Well, I've got a couple of things here. Number one, recognize that people learn and absorb information in different ways and at different rates. Number two, break it down to a step-by-step process, small steps that move towards a larger objective. Number three, never assume that someone should know a baseline of general knowledge. Ask them. You may have some real basic work to do first. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I personally make. I assume that in today's world, with technology the way it is, two things. First of all, most people should have, and there's that word should that I can't stand, most people would have a general understanding of computers, file transfer, and those kinds of things. The truth is, I'm stunned at how many times they straight do not. Secondly, my assumption many times is that young people have a grasp on technology and an understanding. And a lot of them know how to run their phone, but beyond that, not much. So understand that there's a baseline of information that we should never assume that someone has. Fourth, set goals for what would be a reasonable time frame to accomplish a task or a learning. So don't expect someone to learn in 3 days what it should normally take someone a week to do. And on the other hand, as a demanding side of it is don't give someone 3 weeks to learn something that normally would take a week if you applied yourself. And number 5, hold that subject person or yourself, as the case may be, accountable to that time frame into those steps. With an instruction like this, when introducing a new task or learning or a new skill, your patience and thoughtful approach will improve results and consistency. Slow and steady wins the race every time. So, what's the takeaway for us? Well, you can apply this mode to any problem solving at all: new agent and employee training, onboarding of new personnel, or any situation that you personally encounter. You must first be patient with yourself, which is the hardest thing of all. Okay, so that's patience. Let's get on to the gratefulness moment. And what am I grateful for today? What I am grateful for today is this. You say, well, what is that? It looks like a piece of stainless steel, and that's exactly what it is. But it's my business card holder. I'm shocked at how many times people, I ask them, do you have a business card? And they go, no, I don't have one with me. I always have a business card with me because I have it in my stainless steel business card holder. And I can just pop that card out, and there you go. Now, this is a curiosity for me because I don't know where I got it from even. I don't know if Sheila gave it to me years. I think that's what happened. I think she gave it to me probably 25 years ago. But there's no seams on it. At least if there is a seam, it's been beautifully welded and polished out because I can't find a seam on it anywhere. Inside, there's a little clip that holds the business cards and a thumb mover so that when I want to eject a card, I just simply put my thing in there and it ejects the card. I put this in my pocket every day, just like I put my keys in my pocket or my billfold in my pocket. I always have my business cards with me. So if you need a business card from old Keith Reno, I got one. So that's my gratefulness moment of the day. And let's get on with our calisthenics. So I've done I got to show you something because I've mentioned it before. And I'm just, I have to share it with you because I always, for years, I had this little lower back tingle that was just like a catch. And when I was at the restaurant, if I was working there at the end of the night, I come home and it was just really bad. So now what I've been doing for about the last 30 days since we started this is if I'm doing 20 push-ups, I'm doing 20 toe touchers. And so it's simple. You let gravity do it. And I just do 20. Now I'm doing 30 toe touchers. And I got to say, ever since I've been doing that, my back is about 90% improved. It doesn't bother me at all anymore. So if you've got lower back pain, you've got to do two things, in my opinion. One of them is stretch out those muscles and stretch out the back of your legs, which will help with your flexibility. And secondly, just that little toe toucher coming back up will strengthen the back muscles there a little bit and just help with your entire core. So let's do I did push-ups already, I did sit-ups already, I did my toe touchers already. So now let's do 30 deep knee bends and then we can get on with the day. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, so I hope you're getting some value out of this. Share it if you are. Put a link, put a note. The older you get, the longer you want to live. I'm Keith Hittner Sr., and this has been your senior moment. We'll see you tomorrow.